Factory 5 Roadster 6882. It's been quite a while since we've done an update video, so I thought I would do one. We're running now. We've got the Phytech back from the company. We sent it off to Phytech because it was finally determined that it was a bad ECU. They replaced the ECU and returned it back. They also replaced the throttle shaft. And when they came back, it came with a higher gauge wire and a couple connections that were different. So they did not charge, which was very nice of them. And then we're up and running. Bolted it back on and changed the wiring harness out to meet the new connections, and we started right up. So that was a relief after all the time that we've spent trying to troubleshoot it. Sounds great. And here's our mechanical linkage. This is a hodgepodge of McMaster car parts. This is brake line that is just covering up a threaded rod right there. We have that going over. It's kind of hard to see. Trying to avoid the clutch quadrant, and it goes down to our accelerator pedal right there. I like the mechanical linkage. I've always liked that look to it. I kind of squeezed it in, but it's something I wanted to try to do. Mine's not as prominent as some of the people that I've seen in their builds, but still, I like it. Let's see, so what else is going on? Got some leaking of the coolant. Changed out the radiator cap. I wasn't sure if that was the problem. Still leaking out there today. I'm not sure what that's going to be, but we'll figure it out. We've got a new alternator. We've had a 2G that would plug, let's see, it would take the Ron Francis harness and it was like plug and play, but I didn't really have faith in that 2G. I took it off and took it to the auto parts store, had it tested, and it was determined to be bad. The voltage regulator was not working on it. I'm green at all this, so that could or could not be the right terminology, I'm not sure. So this is a 3G that I got from Mark Breeze over at Breeze Automotive, and I also got this harness from them that will fuse in, and it goes off to the starter. Let's see, so now we're getting a good charge, much better than that 2G was. The wiring was simple, just little changes in the wiring. Let's see what else. This is a ground that goes to the Phytech because Phytech said I might need to ground my throttle body, and this is a result of a ridiculous problem with my own ignorance that I have. Is I started having the same problem as before, where it would run and then stop, and my wife came out and she said, well, do you have gas? And embarrassingly I assured her that I did have gas, and of course we all know how that went. Didn't have gas, put gas in, started right up. So this ground is a result of calling Phytech and them telling me to ground it out, and it was just, I was out of gas. Very embarrassing. Of course I did not call them back to tell them that. Let's see, a couple of vacuum hoses. This, I'm not sure what this guy does right here, but a buddy, John Hill, had his plumbed from here down into the throttle body back here. This is for the PCV valve. This is my vent, my valve cover vent. I had it plugged right into that fill neck, but as soon as I put the mechanical leakage in, I couldn't use it there. So that's just some rubber pipe or rubber hose to extend the vent, kind of zip tied in place. Getting kind of a patina on all my shiny parts because I'm taking so long with this build, that being the air cover and the brake reservoir covers. Let's see what else. The radiator. This is for the front fans that I have on the way. I'm going to put the dual fans on the front. They're going to be pushers, but that guy right back there is going to be the pull fan that's going to do the real work. Let's see what else. Gosh, you know, I feel like I should have a ton of stuff to talk about, even though I haven't. I mean, it doesn't show to be too much. I have been working on it. This is my harness that I'm going to be using, about a cam lock harness. That's kind of a cheaper one that I could find. I wanted the 2-inch, wanted it to bolt onto the roll bar, and the cam lock, the cam release. See if I can do it with one hand. They all release quickly, and that'll be helpful for my wife and my daughter. Let's see, the emergency brake. I feel like I need to put a turnbuckle in there. I'm having trouble adjusting it, just pulling these cables through the blocks that I have in there. I may add a turnbuckle so that I can tighten it up a little easier. But we're driving. We're able to go around the neighborhood. I don't know if it's rolling all right or not. I mean, all I've done is gone just quickly around the neighborhood. Took my wife for a ride. Took my neighbor for a ride, as you may have seen those videos. Right now, I'm working on mounting the dashboard. I'm going to be using these little tabs back here so that I can fasten in about right here. This needs to come up a little bit. One of my tabs is hitting a gauge back there, so I'm going to trim that, and that will allow me to raise this up a little bit more. But I'm running out of gas, so I figured I probably shouldn't be drilling into the dash tonight if I'm getting tired. But that way I'll be able to remove the dash, which I'm sure I'll need to several times, because that's what I do, is everything 3 times, 4 times. But you know, it's coming along. It's getting there. It's meeting stages. I need to do a lot of electrical. I want to clean up all this dash wiring. I want to put it all in looms, get it real nice. Just kind of protect it, get everything labeled. I want to do a wiring schematic of the car so I know where everything is and where I've put everything, so that one day I know I'll have to refer to it. I'll know what's what. This is where I put the lights, right here. I didn't really like the shiny handle too much on my dash. This is the horn that I'm gonna put here. Here's turn signals, just a momentary, which is hooked up to this module here, so that they'll automatically go off. What else? Starting to grease the front end, and I forgot to grease the back end. I just thought about it today when I was looking at the form and saw somebody asking about the bushings and the control arms in the back. I thought, uh-oh, I didn't do the back, did the front. Need to get the alignment done. Need to bleed the brakes. Let's see, I've got a leak still in the power steering. The leak is coming from the supply. I put a little crusher disc in there to help seal that on the AN fitting, but it didn't seem to do so. Didn't seal it, but just trying to move on. Little leaks and things like that I can come back to. Well, I guess that's kind of where I'm going to leave it. You sort of get an idea of how it's going. Very pleased so far. It's been 2 years and a month making progress.